Hey guys, thanks for watching Roanoke Gaming, where I go into the detail about the enemies that I'm sure you undoubtedly crush. Today we've got this beast of a Necromorph, which enjoys reenacting your favorite scenes from Jurassic Park, the Stalker. So without all the talking, let's jump into the traits of this human-turned raptor and find out all we can. So let's jump into the morphology of this thing. The Stalker is composed of one horribly altered person. What dictates how a person changes remains unknown to the player. However, maybe it's possible that the Stalker is based on a genetic level. Somebody who's going to be more leaner, quicker, and have a taller physique than an average person. Those genes are then altered into the grotesque and agile Stalker. The Stalker head looks almost bird-like in appearance, with three major prongs protruding from the upper portion of the head, and the lower portion of the head is going to have two of the prongs. The jaws have been pushed outward so that a person's supple face can fit perfectly. Typically, however, the prongs are used in offensive nature and used to bash in the heads of the unfortunate victim that gets caught by this group of stalkers. The chest and the abdomen have been completely devoid of traditional organs. The ribcage has been completely opened, maybe providing protection from the sides, which faces forwards, creating a wall-like structure around the center of the body. The legs have been elongated to give it extra height, as well as the arms have been kind of stretched out a little more. This gives it a better line of sight around the area where it can look over very tall crates and spot potential humans running around. Large claws, like a bird, have jutted out from its hands, which are used to slash at its targets, causing massive bleeding and dismemberment entirely. The hands, however, are still functional and can grasp arms and legs, pulling them off entirely. And this now leaves us to the transformation. While we never actually see any person become a stalker, with a wide variety of genes and phenotypic results in humans, it's not hard really to imagine that the body structure dictates what you become. A taller, leaner individual would, at least in my mind, become a stalker. Legs would elongate further post-mortem, skull would elongate, and the chest cavity opens. Overall, the creature stretches out your bones as you become a stalker. So, like I said, it's not really hard to kind of imagine if you're going to be stockier or maybe have a larger upper body, you become, say, a leaper. Or if you're just your average person, you become a slasher. But if you're taller and leaner, you become a stalker. Now let's move on to the actual physical attributes of a stalker. They look very bird-like, and while it stands quite taller than a regular person, this may have actually left weakness in the bones. Stalkers are easily dismembered. That being said, they are very strong, able to tear off a person's arm, bash their heads in, and this might actually also break their necks, instead of just knocking them out. While less durable though, they are strong nonetheless. So, now we're at the attack style. The Stalker prefers to attack in groups and coordinate with other packmates to take down a person. They will typically show up at about 5 to 10 at a time and use crates or snow or really anything for cover. Then they let out a deafening noise that becomes more and more high-pitched as they get close, like a hawk or bird of prey. And then they slam into you, and this will either knock you down always, or they can jump on top of you where they can finish off the person. Normal people are going to typically be ripped apart by this process. They're going to get hit, and that's going to be the end of it. But if you have your rig on, or if you were strengthened by the rig process, then your chances of surviving this go up, but it's still going to do quite a bit of damage to you. Isaac is not immune from any form of death, as we already know, and can unfortunately die equally horrible like a regular person. Although, if you're not a complete scrub, this won't happen, but if they do get to you, it ain't pretty. Don't let that fool you, though. You know, for a 40-plus-year-old man, Isaac has still got some fight left in him. Alright guys, well that's all the time I have for today. Please like and subscribe if you liked the video. Also don't forget to push the bell so that you can get notifications every time I upload a video. I will have more actually coming out shortly, and there's quite a bit to talk about. As I look further and further at stuff, there's just more and more to find. So I've decided in about probably 5 to 10 videos I'll start maybe doing some Halo stuff as well, some Last of Us, you know, going into the actual attributes of those enemies as well. So, you know, maybe, you know, let me know what you guys think in the comments as far as if that's something you want to see. If it's not, then maybe we'll just stick with Dead Space for now. Alright guys, thanks.